Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's been a month since my last few videos. I do apologize for that. I've just been taking a little break from making the videos. But yeah, I'm back right now making another one of these videos. Just want to talk about what games I've been playing. And I want to give my thoughts on the Nintendo Switch 2 and also talk about a few other things that's been going on in the gaming community, um, well, YouTube wise. So let's get into the games I've been playing. Um, my last video I spoke about, I think Halo 4, and I was saying that that was going to be the next game that I play. I did eventually play through it and beat it. Good game. I really enjoyed it. Um, After that, I started playing some of the Gears of War games. I played through part 1 and 2. I enjoyed them both. I did play part 1 before years ago, but I never played through part 2. Part 2 was a good game. I really enjoyed that one. Really good game. Can't wait to get to the other games. Then shortly after that, I started playing. I had got like so nostalgic lately, so I really want to play the Warriors game again. I actually played it through the PlayStation 4 because for some reason on the PlayStation 5 the game does not perform that well, and I don't understand why an old PS2 game does not perform well on the PS5 when it performs fine on the PS4 and PlayStation 3. I don't understand that. But anyway, I did play through it on PS4. Um, really enjoyed that game. The Warriors is one of my favorite games of all time, and one of my favorite Rockstar games too, besides Grand Theft Auto and Manhunt. Rockstar always make good games. Yep. So that's what I've played. Right now, I'm currently playing South of Midnight on the Xbox Series X, and I'm having a really good time with that game. If you have an Xbox, I highly recommend it, or if you have PC, I highly recommend checking that game out. Especially if you're into action adventure games, it's a really fun game. Story is very good, gameplay is very good, so I recommend that one. Yep, so that's what I'm currently playing. Hopefully I can get it done today. I'm getting towards the end. Like I said, I'm really enjoying the game. So that's what I've been playing lately, and I've been having a blast playing these games. Yeah, just having a good time playing games. That's what I enjoy. You know, a lot of people in the gaming community. Well, we're gonna get into that right now. A lot of people in the gaming community, they forget how fun. You know, well, they forget about having fun when it comes to playing these games. Now everything is like, oh, this is woke and that is woke and this and that, blah blah blah. Why do we have to do this? Why does things have to be woke now and this and that? Or I'm not buying it because of this person, that person's in the game, or if this character's a black person, this character's a white person, I don't want to buy it. It's like what are we doing? Like, just play the game, enjoy it. And if you don't enjoy it, fine. That's cool too. As long as you try the game for yourself and not go off about what other people say. You know, so that's the thing I don't like about the gaming community. You know, it just sucks now. So yeah, I just play my games, enjoy them. That's it. I don't worry about what other people are doing. So yep, that's that. Also, I want to give my thoughts on the Nintendo Switch 2. Well, the Nintendo Switch 2. I'm excited for the console, just like anybody else is. I'm excited for it. I did watch the Nintendo Direct when it first aired. They showed a lot of good stuff, by the way. I'm not going to do a separate video or anything like that on those. I'm just going to give my quick thoughts on here. Yeah, I did watch it. They showed a lot of good stuff. The Mario Kart World is looking great. Mario Kart is one of my favorite games of all time. So I definitely do want to play that game. Donkey Kong Bonanza. Finally, we're getting a new 3D Donkey Kong game after 26 years of waiting. The last one came out on the first 3D Donkey Kong game came out on the N64. Like, that's crazy to think that it took that long to make another 3D Donkey Kong game. So, Donkey Kong Bonanza looks amazing. I can't wait to try it out. Really, really can't wait to play that game. The console does look great. I like the design. It's pretty much looks the same as the original Switch. It's just that it's a little bit bigger. Um, one of the things I don't like about it is that the screen is not OLED. It's a LCD screen. This makes me wonder, um, will Nintendo make an OLED version? I'm sure they will. I think they made this LCD on purpose so that later on they could put out another version of the Switch 2 and make it OLED, just like they did with the original Switch. And Nintendo, they does this. If you look at their track record, they always release a console and then, well, a handheld and then release a better version of it later on. You know, that's what they do. So yeah, I'm excited for it. Will I get it? It depends for me. You know, it really depends. I'm still not sure if I really want it, because when you actually think about it, you're only gonna be getting this console for 2 games when you actually think about it. If you have everything else, if you have PC, if you have Xbox, if you have PlayStation, you're really getting the Switch 2 just for 2 games: Mario Kart World and Bonanza. That's about it. And maybe some other games that's exclusive to the console will come out later on, but we don't know what else is coming out after Donkey Kong. We don't know what else is coming out. Um, that new game called Dusk Bloods, by From Software. That game is looking very interesting. So it's the same people that made Bloodborne, so that one looks interesting. I love Bloodborne. So yeah, I'm looking forward to trying that one out. But we will see if I get the console on day one. I'm still, like I said, I'm still thinking about it, you know, but I'm not completely sure. Also, I want to talk about the Nintendo Switch 2 versions of Nintendo Switch 1 games. Okay, I'm gonna try to make it as simple as possible so you can understand what I'm talking about. So basically, these games is going to be upgradable. They're going to have like a next gen upgrade, kind of similar to PS4 and PS5 and Xbox One and Xbox Series X. So you'll be able to insert the Nintendo Switch version of the game into your Nintendo Switch 2, and then they'll give you the option to upgrade to the Nintendo Switch 2 graphics, basically. So with Zelda Breath of the Wild, it's $10. With Tears of the Kingdom, it's $10. Um, few of the other games like Mario Odyssey and ARMS, those are going to be free. Some games you'll have to pay extra for, and while others is free. But the thing is, the Legend of Zelda games, you can get it for free if you have the online service. So you're not getting it for free, but you don't have to pay $10 extra for those games if you already have the online service, that is. What else I want to say? The I think that's about it. But the Kirby game, the Forgotten Land, is getting the upgrade. But the thing about that one is it has extra content, so Nintendo's gonna charge $20 for that one, which I won't be getting. I don't really care for the extra content, so I won't be getting that one. Yeah, I'm not paying for these next gen upgrades. You know, the only upgrade I will get is the Zelda one, because I'm already an online subscriber for the Nintendo Switch Online, so I might as well just enjoy that one. But everything else, I don't think I'm going to do. So, yeah, that is about it with the Nintendo Switch 2 in terms of my thoughts on it. And I'll end the video with this one last thing. Do not sell your Nintendo Switch 1. I repeat, do not sell your Nintendo Switch 1. And I say that because of this. You will never know when you want to go back to your previous consoles. And this is what I've learned years ago. Um, Even though the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be able to play the Nintendo Switch 1 games, not every game is going to perform the way it's supposed to perform from the Switch 1 onto the Switch 2. You have to realize this is a brand new console. So there's a lot of updates and stuff like that they have to do. And you have to remember a lot of third-party companies made Nintendo Switch games, or their own versions of a Nintendo Switch game that never got a physical release. Will those games, like limited run and super rare games, will those games work on the Nintendo Switch 2? We don't know for sure. So this is why I say don't sell your Switch, your original Switch for the Switch 2. And plus, you're not going to get that much back for it unless you sell it to somebody else outside of GameStop or, like any of these mom and pop stores. Now in terms of, I'm not gonna shout the person out or call the person out. I don't do that. But some people, I know there's some people out there that will sell their old console, or like if they're not, I can understand for financial reasons you want to get rid of the console because you want to get something else. I can understand that. But I can understand trading in a console to get something else if you don't plan on getting that console ever again. But if you plan on getting that console again, you might as well just keep that console and save up money to get the Switch 2. Some people is going to trade in their Xbox Series X or trade in their PlayStation 5, right away just to get the Switch 2. I don't recommend doing that because you never know if you're going to want to use the Xbox Series X again or use the PlayStation again. I'm sure Sony is going to come out with something eventually for the PlayStation 5. And Microsoft is already putting out great titles. So I don't recommend doing it like that. Well, to each his own, but I just don't recommend doing that. And I kind of regret, trading in some of my consoles, back then. But that's something I don't do anymore. So yep, I'll be keeping all of my Switches, my original Switch, my OLED, and my Switch Lite. I'll keep all of them because you never know. You might get use out of it. You can mod your original Switch if you have the original one. You can probably mod the Switch Lite. Have it as something else. It's like you can do things with your other consoles. Unless you really, really, really don't want it no more. You're not planning on getting another one, then fine. So yep, that's just my thoughts on that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a like, leave your comments in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.